Hello everyone, this is Mehak Upadhyay, a legal internet Lexicon company. So today's topic of discussion is theories of divorce. What divorce is, everyone knows. Divorce is a judicial process to dissolve the marital ties. Earlier, divorce was not recognized under Hindu law because marriages were considered as a sacrament ties, undissolvable ties that cannot are considered as eternal. They can The concept of devolution of marriages does not exist earlier, but this was by English laws that for the first time recognized this ground the some grounds of divorce to for making the to enable the dissolution of the marriage. What these grounds were, the only three grounds. Earlier it was all recognized. It was the adultery, cruelty and the desertion. Later, with the time period, the various jurists divided the various grounds in under three heads. First was the fault theory of divorce. Then was the consent theory of divorce. Then we came some one modern theory. It is the irretrievable breakdown of divorce. Let's start with what is this fault theory. In fault theory, the divorce is sought by the innocent party against who is aggrieved by the wrong done by the other party, and what this wrong is generally considered to be a marital matrimonial wrong. For example, adultery. For example, cruelty. For example, desertion. These things are that these all three grounds are considered as these are considered as fault are considered as fault of one party that he had done against the innocent party. But to seek a divorce or decree a divorce under this based on some fault ground, it is requisite that the party approaching the court needs not to have performed any fault against the party or have not done any wrong, similar wrong against the party. For example, if the party is approaching the court for a decree of divorce on the grounds of adultery of his spouse, then the court needs to satisfy himself that the party approaching the court have not done any wrong, had not exercised the cruelty, has not deserted the party. So this phenomena is known as matrimonial bars. It was earlier recognized. It was also recognized under English law. What Hindu law have? Hindu law recognized this fault grounds. These fault grounds, all the three fault actually grounds. Uh, Earlier it was enumerated under judicial separation. These were not available for the as grounds of divorce, but after amendment of 1976 they are now incorporated as the grounds of divorce. And further, under section 23A, these matrimonial bars have also been recognized under Hindu law. Then we come to the consent theory. Consent theory. You can say the jurists who have developed this consent theory believe that since both that the parties to the marriage are free to get out of it as they are free to get into it. There is no foundation that you need to be together if the things are not working, if the matrimonial ties are not that harmonious as it used to be. When they satisfy themselves, they cannot bear this marriage or bear this burden of marriage, then they are free to step out of it. This consent theory has now been recognized under Hindu law by section 13B, that recognizes the divorce by consent, where the petition needs to be filed by by the consent of both the parties, and later it's need to be later after the period of 6 months a similar application needs to be filed with the consent of both the parties. So the court needs the court now need to satisfy himself what are the reasons they are they are filing the divorce, but it needs to be satisfied that the petition is nowhere is a result of a collusion among the parties. What is irretrievable ground of breakdown of marriages? When the parties are living for a sufficient time period to satisfy that the marital tie has dissolved automatically, there's nothing like a marriage between them is sustained. Means the conditions are so worse that it cannot be said that the marital tie exists between them. For example, if both the couples are living apart for a period of 15 years, then it cannot be said the marriage now sustained between them. So in that case, the modern concept has evolved this irretrievable breakdown of marriage. In English law, in some other countries, it is for the period of 7 years or period of 3 years. If they are living apart, then they can apply for the divorce. Any party can approach the court for granting a divorce. However, such limitation by time period has not been recognized under Hindu law, neither under Special Marriage Act. What is recognized in the Hindu marriages is two concepts. First, if degree of restitution of conjugal rights has not been comply with, then either party can approach the court for a decree for obtaining a decree of divorce after a period of 1 year. Similar is for judicial separation. If after receiving a after a judicial separation has been granted, there is no consummation of there is no recohabitation between the parties, and if the court is satisfied for the same, then after 1 year either party can approach the court, provided they are not barred by section 23, which is the matrimonial bars. This is all about the divorce theory of divorce as per under Hindu Marriage Act. Hope you like this video. Do like and share and comment in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.